I'm finally relaxed. My fellow South Africans, distinguished guests, ngithigauthin phakame-ke manje. Ngi-distinguished guest angithi. Ngisithwalandwe mina mfana wami. I'm a national hero with honors, colors, and stripes to match. As your future president, which means I must be president of the ANC first because that's the majority party. Okay, that's what that means. Only the majority party gets to forward the candidate to become president of South Africa. That's the way things work here in South Africa. I'm quite happy, very happy, genuinely happy. Okay, quite at ease, content. No animus, no animosity, no arrogance, no spite, no retaliation, none whatsoever. No persecution, no genocide. That these racist, intransigent, non-cooperative, backward, unyielding, bull-headed, pig-headed, non-productive, selfish people have decided to leave our country of their own volition. We didn't have to force them out, because that would have been a real genocide then. We would have had the United Nations to answer to. We would have had Human Rights Watch to answer to. We would have had NGOs, non-governmental organizations to answer to. All kinds of watches. But they decided of their own accord and wish. This is where you get to see Chief Nelson Mandela's magic at work. The patience, the extreme ability with patience of our people and definitely our ancestors. That's what got us so far. Praise God, the God of our people. 49 have left. 49 individuals have left. That means 49 less votes for the Democratic Alliance. Woo! Woo! It's nice. Happy. That's what makes me happy. Here's what I ask of them. Please don't come back. I'm not being spiteful. This is why I'm saying that. They will live, work their youthful lives and pay taxes to that government and then seek to come and retire in our republic when they are old, gray, infirmed in their diapers and put a strain on our healthcare system. Look, this was argued in our parliament way back during Nelson Mandela's years. We had a problem with English United Kingdom citizens returning or retiring in South Africa when they're old and non-productive and put a strain on our healthcare system. That is a very, very unspiteful, genuine request to make of them or to them. I also asked them not to represent South Africa in any way because they went and arrived waving American flags. They never waved the South African flag at no time. This modern republic, no time did they show any pride in where they came from. Okay? So they cannot be representatives of our republic. I'm saying that because during the times of apartheid, we've had these racist people even representing the Zulu kingdom in the United Kingdom, in England, building hotels with our people's symbols, trademarks, sensibilities, decorations, way of doing things, traditions, and culture. Basically usurped our people's culture, and they do it all over the world, even today. I drive around America, and at the back of people's cars I see the South African flag, and I say to myself, they must be former South Africans, or people who just are fans of South Africa. Okay? Now, usually my habit is to run away, because they will say something nasty about the African National Congress and the black majority government. But I'm here because of the ANC, and that shocks the crap out of them. And there are thousands of us all around the world. We're not budging. We're not buying into their campaigns to tarnish the image of our country and our political system. Okay, now I want to show you something. See this? Embassy of South Africa. Okay, there it is. I'm going to read it to you. Okay, says here, Republic of South Africa, South African Citizenship Act of 1995, Act 88 of 1995, Certificate of Exemption in terms of Section 6.2 of Act. This here is what you need to get signed by the Director General, Department of Home Affairs. Okay? If you intend to become a dual citizen in another country, if you are a South African, you must get this certificate. This one says South African Embassy, Washington, D.C. If you want to retain your South African citizenship, you need to get this. Okay, it's a certificate you must get to retain your South African citizenship. None of these so-called refugees have this, so they can retain their citizenship. That's why I say they should not come back. Now, if they decide to get this, that means it invalidates their status as refugees same time. Did you get that? If you decide to get this, that means you are intending to become a dual citizen. South Africa and that other country. Okay? And when you do that, that means you are trying to retain your South African citizenship. That means you're not a refugee. Okay? If you don't have this, you cannot retain your South African citizenship. You cannot come back as a South African citizen. You will need to come back as a citizen of another country. That's the law. I had to get this. They should get this. Okay? That's the way things work in South Africa. I'm happy. You know, back in the days I used to play in the nightclubs and nobody showed up, and my people used to be so worried. And I used to tell them, actually, I'm happy. They say, why are you happy? Nobody's showing up to the nightclub. I said, I'm happy with a nightclub that is empty. You know, I'm a professional DJ. I'm happy with a nightclub that is empty. That means I don't have to clean it in the morning. Then have a bunch of in the nightclub, or people who are going to tear up the nightclub. Our standards in our nightclubs are the nightclubs I run, operate, or own. The standards are very high. Like, you have to have button-up shirt, and you have to have proper slacks, no jeans, and you have to have dress shoes to come into my nightclubs, or you are not coming in. Okay? And most people don't like that. These backward places we used to play, like it's behind. I'm sorry about that. It's quite behind in times. They don't want that, and so they don't come. And that's what I want. Okay? Standards are high. So we're not compatible.